been in the business for 15 years. So you count. Ya. 15 tahun lalu, he began his company with only 6 people. 6 people. Modalnya $350,000, right? And he was tukang listrik dari pasar baru, believe it or not, right? Now, his staff 6.500 orang, his offices around the world, and the technology of this company, Marvell, company-nya di Silicon Valley, is used by BlackBerries, by Samsung, by Apple, by all computer chips, companies. He produces semiconductors and everything else yang you use. Itu ada Indonesian technology produced by Sehat Sutarja. And again, he makes $4 billion a year. It's entrepreneurship. What does he do with his money? Last time I talked to him, dia bilang, Pak Dino, saya ada satu obsesi. Apa itu? Saya mau ada dunia di mana setiap anak punya satu laptop. Right? How are you going to do this? When? No, you're already doing it, Pak Dino. You're already doing it. Right? He's working with somebody called Negroponte in MIT to produce 1 laptop per child. Again, it's not entrepreneurship with the money, not with the semiconductors, but entrepreneurship as a social entrepreneurship. That's what he's doing as well, with this 1 laptop per child. The third antidote, to all our problems in the 21st century, you know what this is. We just did it. Charity, giving. Right? Bill Clinton is giving. You know that book, that he wrote, Bill Clinton, Giving. You know, we all have extra money to give. All of us drink. I read somewhere, all of us drink bottled water. Padahal di Amerika, you can drink tap water and save the money. Tap water is 1 penny, right? Bottled water is $1 something. And we spend hundreds of dollars a month on bottled water. Imagine if a portion of that, you drink tap water instead of bottled water, and then you send money to help some kid in Africa, in Indonesia, or someplace else. You know, right? Sampurna, another good friend, I think we're meeting him in Houston on the 16th of December. Sampurna has the great project. Dia collecting kids from around the country, 100 a year, put them in school in Bogor, dan dari sana dia akan seleksi seperempatnya akan disekolahkan di Amerika, right? That's charity. And all he thinks about di Sampurna, with all the billions that he has, is how do I spend my money so that others can live better? Because how much money do I need really? How much coffee? How many steaks do I need really? Right? The rest I can give to humanity. Tapi ini adalah tokoh umat Nasrani yang luar biasa. In the spirit of charity, charity is not just giving money. It's giving knowledge. You know, giving knowledge. A great tokoh Nasrani yang I know, again, a good friend of ours, and we adore him so much. Yohanes Surya, udah pernah dengar Yohanes Surya, right? And you know what he does? Yohanes Surya believes every child, no matter kelas ekonominya apa, itu punya harta karun di sini, yang hanya perlu di-onin aja. Dan sayangnya banyak dalam sistem pendidikan kita orang brilian yang tidak di-on-kan dari sistem pendidikan. So he came up with this amazing, brilliant, innovative teaching method, yaitu mengajar orang mengenai chemistry. Ya, chemistry itu apa? Kimia, right? Yang incredible, orang yang diajarnya itu adalah orang yang hates kimia, right? Tapi dengan teaching methodnya dia, semuanya dibuat menjadi orang yang jago kimia dan bisa bertanding di Olimpiade internasional dan kemudian bisa menang. You know, one of the kids that he trained is a guy named George. Ya, George itu adalah seorang Papua yang dia belajar di tempat yang nggak ada ininya Pak, nggak ada dindingnya, ya kan? Brilliant kid from Papua, so far away, and then he was trained by Johannes Surya, and one day he wrote Johannes Surya a paper, makalah, a chemistry paper, and Johannes Surya said, this kid is only 16 or 15, and he wrote this paper yang could be as good as a academic paper written by a professor in a first-rate academic journal internationally. Jadi dia bilang, okay, he sent it was published, and he sent George to compete in a international science Olympiad in Poland, and he won gold medal. Yeah, gold medal, right? And now George is in MIT studying and I think doing his PhD. When President Barack Obama came to Indonesia, I saw him. What a great guy, you know, humble, smart, and full of future. But he became like that because somebody touched him, the charity of knowledge that was given by Johannes Surya. The fourth antidote to our troubled world, you're doing it again. Solidarity. Solidarity. You know, we just did it. What we did together when we saw the disasters di Mentawai, Papua, dan kemudian di Jogja. We give and we give and we give. You know, this solidarity is amazing. Yeah, we do it not only because it feels good, but because we believe kalau kita give, it will actually help somebody on the other side of the world, our brothers and sisters, and we want to establish that connection with those who are suffering. And you know what? Sebetulnya it doesn't take much if you give and save lives. You know, people say hundreds and thousands of people die every year because of measles. And you know, it only takes how much for a measles vaccine? $1. $1 save lives, right? They say 1 million people in Africa die of malaria each year. You know, you can contribute $100 to buy 10 nets. 10 nets in Africa. And nets is the most effective way to fight malaria for children who die every year, right? So, you know, I'm not talking about $1,000, half your paycheck. I'm talking about a little money that go a long way to help save lives in other places. And in fact, you know, I have a simple solution for how to fight poverty in Indonesia. Yeah. Call me crazy, but I think it makes sense. You know what that simple solution is? We've never beaten poverty. Sekarang masih ada extreme poverty. Probably the number is about, I don't know, between 9 million and upwards, depending on how you define what kind of poverty. But probably around 30 million, 40 million yang masih ada some level of poverty di Indonesia. You know how you beat that? Quite easy. There's 45 million middle class in Indonesia. 45 million. If each family just say, I'll take care of somebody poor, yeah, 200,000 a month. Somebody poor, that's what, $20, right? The billionaires can take care of 1,000 or 10,000 as Ciputra and Sampurna does, right? But if each or at least half of the 45 million middle class in Indonesia contribute their money to take care of the poor, we will have no more poverty in Indonesia in one generation. Yeah, then? It's simple formula, right? Simple formula. But how do we do it? How do we get there? Somebody needs to figure it out. But the resources are there. The resources are there. The willingness is there. The mechanism is not there. The mechanism is not there. But we can do it, right? Another way is pioneerism. It's a new term, pioneerism. You know what it means? It's the ability for us to think differently from our predecessors of the past. Kenapa ini penting? You look at the past history, relations between the people of Abrahamic religions, people of the book, relations antara umat Islam, umat Nasrani, dan umat Yahudi. Bahkan dalam Nasrani pun kita tahu pernah ada konflik ya. But the question is this: if for so many centuries we live in a pattern of conflict between people of Abrahamic religions, why can't we do something different in our century? That's called pioneerism. Do something different. Their conflict need not be transported to our life today and to our children's life in the future. Yeah, kan? You agree with me on this? You agree, right? I met the head of the Islamic Society of North America recently. When the Islamic people have conventions, the Christians come and give a speech and expressing support for unity and harmony and tolerance. And they support one another, which means by breaking that previous pattern of conflict, they engage in a new way of looking at one another, and that is called pioneerism, kepeloporan. Right? And this is what we must do more and more. Bukan hanya dalam bidang agama, tapi juga dalam bidang politik, sosial, budaya, dan lain sebagainya. Dan yang terakhir, I love this part. How you beat the enemies of humanity, the poverty, disease, conflict, violence, hatred, and ignorance. Very simple. It's a formula yang sudah diketahui oleh umat Nasrani for so long, dan yang disebarkan oleh Yesus Kristus. You know this. You sing this in your church. You teach it to your family. You tell it to your children. What is that formula? In a nasty world of cruelty and hatred, bombard everyone with love and kindness. Right? There's a lot of nasty people di antara lingkungan sosial kita, ya, di masyarakat kita. Somebody is always saying something bad. Somebody is always trying to bring somebody down. It's true also in the corporate world, relations among nations. You know, nastiness, cruelty, and hatred will always be there. It's part of human nature. I'm realistic enough to know that. But don't be like that. And fight it by always spreading love and compassion to everybody, not just among umat Nasrani, not just among umat Islam, but to everybody, to every living being in the world. And once you do that, we will prevail in beating these enemies of humanity that have beaten us for so many centuries, and we will make the 21st century a very different century, a century of peace, harmony, and tolerance among nations and among religions. Merry Christmas.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the inspiring keynote remarks from Mr. Ambassador. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you.